Orlando Pirates are through to the final. This is after they defeated Soweto rivals Kaizer Chiefs in the semifinals. There were no goals in the match after 90 minutes, forcing the games into penalties. And after 5 successive kicks each, the Amakhosi would see their first miss of the game. The Sea Robbers sealed the deal and will now meet Mamelodi Sundowns in the final. And joining us now, just to wrap up the 2 matches and looking ahead to the final, is Newzroom Afrika's reporter Khotso Sello. Khotso, what is the latest from your side?
Well, to me, I can tell you this much, that earlier on, there was a mass exodus of supporters leaving the stadium, and some of the Chiefs supporters saying, actually, they don't really want to be here anymore since their team didn't make it through to the final. I think, but sanity has finally prevailed. We see some of them actually walking back into the stadium and, getting ready for that final. That final was supposed to be ready at 5 o'clock kickoff, but the times have been changed to 5:15. But to talk a little bit more about the football that was on display earlier on today, I am joined by football writer Tshepo Nzolenge, who writes for The Citizen. Tshepo, an interesting day of football. How would you assess it so far?
I would call it a football festival because it's been a very, very great day today. We saw the fans are very happy. We saw, Kaizer Chiefs fans actually leaving, the stadium after the match against Pirates. But, the good thing is some of them have actually stayed behind, and which is, it shows a good sporting, all-round happiness, because everybody just enjoying the games here at the stadium, and I think it's been very great.
Tshepo, I mean, this is a little bit nostalgic for us who grew up on football, watching football growing up. We remember the Iwisa Spectacular and, of course, the Telkom knockout that used to happen, an all-day affair from the early hours of the morning. And seeing Black Label trying to use that template, do you think it's something that can work going forward?
I think it was actually a good idea, for them to come up with this idea. When you look at it, back in the days when the Telkom Charity Cup was still being played, fans used to fill up the stadium. It used to be a football festival, like I said, and like today, I saw exactly the very same thing, which is very good for football. Yes, it might be a friendly tournament, but everybody's just happy. The fans are all here. Amazulu fans, Kaizer Chiefs fans, Orlando Pirates fans, Sundowns fans. I think, what Black Label Cup has done is very good for football, and I hope that we're going to keep on doing it.
Today was raining this morning, and the fans still, weathered the storm and made sure that they packed the FNB Stadium. Are you proud that South African fans are starting, to be loyal when it comes to coming out to stadium?
To tell you the truth, I was a bit skeptical about it, coming from, my place. Actually, it rained so much even here in Soweto, and I was worried that, we're not going to see, a lot of fans packing the stadiums. But, to my surprise, when I came in, there was already traffic from the main Reef Road on the N17 as well. So it shows that, South African fans really love their football, and, we just wanted to enjoy this day. And besides the rain, everybody was just standing there at the stands, just watching football, besides the rain coming up. But what we should be clear about now is that the rain stopped, and everybody's just enjoying the game.
Back to the football now. I mean, Mamelodi Sundowns looked in scintillating form, dispatching AmaZulu 3-0. Kaizer Chiefs and their old foes, playing not, and then ultimately going to a penalty shootout and Pirates prevailing there. But how do you see, the final coming out, and do you reckon that Pirates or Sundowns will take this one?
When you look at this final, I think you will have to remember that, these are the 2 teams that met in the semifinals of the MTN 8. So going to this final is all about revenge for Sundowns, just like, Pirates did with Chiefs right now. Winning that semifinal on penalties. They wanted revenge against Kaizer Chiefs because Kaizer Chiefs beat them in the league. So right now, I think Sundowns is going to go into this game looking at, beating Pirates, because, not any team can beat Sundowns 3-0 and just, walk away. And everything's just going to be good for them. They showed in the game against AmaZulu, but they mean business here. And what I liked about them actually is that Coach Rudani, coming to the tournament today, he spoke about, the Kalim Black Label Cup is the only trophy that's missing their cabinet. So it shows that they are very eager to win this cup. It's going to be very difficult, because Pirates are also high on confidence going into this, into this game. They just won the MTN 8 Cup, so we'll be looking to add a second trophy in 2 weeks.
a second trophy in 2 weeks. That's the prediction from our football writer, Tshepo Ntsweleng. But, you know, it's been an extravaganza of football today. You know, some VAR decisions that were questioned. We heard earlier in the press conference that there has been a VAR, that has been at the stadium being tested, going forward. So perhaps after the football break, we will see VAR being implemented in South African football. But we do have 2 referees who have gone over to the Qatar World Cup, and they'll probably bring bags of experience knowing how to use that VAR and implementing it back here at home to me.
Well, thank you very much, Khotso. It will definitely be interesting to see VAR being used down there, but we are just preparing ourselves to see Mamelodi Sundowns and the Orlando Pirates. So we also witnessed some of those fans from Kaizer Chiefs going back into the stadium. It'll be interesting just to see which team they will support on that.